if you were to throw 10 pitches to all three of us, none of us are touching that ball, correct?
Like, no.
Touching the ball?
Like, no.
You're touching the ball.
This is why I bring it up. Because this man right here.
In order to be, top level, any sport, any category of what you're doing, you have to want it more than anybody else around you. Roller in, boys. Hey, season 2 coming to you.
Let's go, baby.
I need to start off season 2. I feel like it's only right. We need a Hoosier A1 vintage. Hoosier Barber Talk.
Hoosier Barber Talk family, season 2. Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Super excited to be here with you guys. Super excited to start off a second season. Man, life is good. I think that much needed little, what would you call it? Break?
Little find your way into the new year.
The new year, new us, ready to start something special. And what a better way to do it than with 2 special guys.
Very special.
Oh, yeah.
All the way to the right here, we've got Devin Taylor. Then we've got Mr. Connor Foley. Both 2 phenomenal baseball players for Indiana baseball. And I just want to take a moment. I've been cutting them basically since you guys got onto campus. Being around them, getting to kind of see who they are. Like, you meet so many people just as a barber in general, but then, like, really getting to, like, create relationships with these guys. You get to find out, like, a little bit more on, like, what drives them, pushes them, gets their motor rolling. And I think that, like, these 2 out of a lot of the athletes that I've gotten to meet here have, like, a constant motor. When other people talk about them, they talk about their drive, their ambition, how relentless they are in wanting to get better. I think that the program has been able to acknowledge a lot of just what you 2 have brought to the program already. And just, you know what I'm saying, the 1 year that you guys were here. You guys are coming into your sophomore season now?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So tell me a little bit, how was your freshman year? Coming in, just something new for the both of you?
Say coming into freshman year, just like, it's a little bit of a change coming from high school to college baseball. Like, it's a little faster game. Everybody around you wants to get better. It's like, unlike high school, some people are just playing, just like get into active sports. Like, everybody's pushing. Coaches are like serious about every player, and facilities are just there for us to be there 24/7. So it's like a constant grind.
That
like,
full access.
Yeah, man. Like, it's like they can push you sometimes, but you got to push yourself along with that. So I think that was really helpful coming in the fall, and then getting acclimated with the team. Like, they made us feel like family right away. And it just made everything easier, honestly.
I've talked a lot just with these guys. I mean, on the pod, the baseball team and the soccer team, when you talk to you guys, like, you can tell whatever system that you guys got going on over there, you guys are locked in as a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are one full unit that just kind of moves together. And I notice it just from your guys' demeanor. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's kind of locked in on the same mission, and then everybody's their own person, but you guys all, like, kind of move the same way. You know what I'm saying? It's the same.
How does, like, that motor go? Does it start with the coaching staff? Does it start with, the captains, the leadership, the older guys on the team? How does that motor go? And obviously you guys got a system going right now with it.
Yeah, so it kind of starts, like, freshman summer, like, coming in before the year. Like, he'll bring all the freshmen in and kind of go through each of our, like, baseline, like, foundations, I guess. So, like, we have the brotherhood, the process, standard, and I forget the fourth one too. But that's beside the point. I mean, we come in and he talks to us. We read a book as a freshman class, just about just the transition from high school to college, because, like, you're gonna go through things. He teaches you a lot of life lessons. He'll teach you. Sorry, my bad. But he'll teach you a lot of life lessons through that, and kind of prepare you for the real game. And because everybody goes through a tough time in their freshman year. Like, for me personally, it was like right before we traveled. So basically, like, I'll just tell the story. I mean, yeah,
I'm ready. So, You're coming in here with stories.
Yeah,
and
this is a good one.
Prepared.
Yeah. So our coach is super high on like nutrition, like, you know, putting the right things in your body. Like,
yeah.
you know, and everybody knows that. Like, you don't bring like, you know, a soda into the locker room or like McDonald's or something like that. Like, you just don't do that. So, and you know, me being me, if you know me, you just don't really or you just expected it. So I brought Taco Bell in, like just idiot, like total idiot. And I'm like, and I have a meeting with him. He's like, yeah, you're not going to Auburn on the first trip. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, can you tell me why? I'm like, yeah, I have a pretty good idea. Like, it's probably because I brought Taco Bell to the locker room. And like, I'm just not listening to a word you've been saying this whole time. But yeah, so that was pretty stupid. But you know, that was kind of my hardship of my freshman year.
The soccer kids, they get away with that. Sam Server walking in the room with nerve ropes and everything.
way.
But that's kind of his swag,
No
though.
way.
That's like his swag is like it's just this thing about his game that's like, I don't know. It's like a good betting streak. You don't want to change anything. You don't want to do anything wrong. Not saying he's not skilled, but like it's like a superstition of like his swag and how he carries himself.
What if you were a senior and you walked into the locker room with Taco Bell? Is it a different situation?
I mean, I don't think so, Dev. What do you think? I don't think.
I say he still travels.
Yeah, it might be a little different. Like, he'd still be mad like that I did that and setting the wrong example, obviously. But since I was a freshman, he wanted to make me like lock
QB
in a little
example.
more. Like,
That's a
that's
locked in
life
mentality.
lesson. Like, it helped me out in the long run. I kind of was like, wow, that's a wake up call. And that's what a lot of the freshmen get. Like, at some point, if it's that, it's not that for a lot of people.
For Shep, it was sleeping in.
Yeah, like missing alarm, like or on the field even, like just
You
like
already know me, man.
Oh,
I had to wake him up every morning.
It's so funny. I would be in the locker room cutting everybody's hair for games, for a day or two before the game, and he would always like I would come in the day before, cut the coaches up, and then we would set the list up to where the guys would just make their list, and usually Dev's the one getting it started, so then everybody would have their name on the list. Yeah. Almost every single time, Shep would like sleep through his alarm and not be coming in. So then Dev would be like running back to the crib like, yo, Kane's in there waiting on you, dog. Are you going to go or what?
Hey, bro, I'll like call him. He'll be like, just tell him to go to the next guy.
Right, I'll be in there.
go to the next guy. Yeah.
No, that's good stuff.
He's gotten a lot better with that, though.
I believe it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, now that he's actually
Yeah.
doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So one thing for yourself, what was it like going through the transition just with all the other pitchers that are in the program, being able to kind of like separate yourself? You know what I'm saying? To
from,
where
like this year, kind of from last year to this year, high school to freshman.
I want to say from your freshman year coming in, because realistically, you were placed as like a closer last year.
Yeah.
Whereas like that's kind of like for sure strikeouts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're closing the game out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was kind of like the
As a freshman coming in, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Absolutely. It was
that's
a good
nice-
role to have for sure. Yeah.
What do you think separated you in that challenge or that battle for that position?
Yeah, so I think as a freshman, like you come in, especially as a pitcher, the mental game is a big aspect. Like coming into these big situations with like a lot of fans, a lot of people, and like facing really good other players, like Kentucky, for example, in the regional. Like a lot of guys will come into that and kind of just like shit their pants, basically. Essentially, it is. It's tough to go in that moment and kind of succeed. But I think what separated me from like other people was just that mindset of like knowing that I'm like better, like, or just having that confidence.
The belief, yeah.
Exactly. The belief in myself and like my teammates behind me. So, yeah.
Now, one thing for you that I've been able to hear other people talk about, but also got to witness myself. You like to swing at the first pitch.
I mean,
If
Scouting report over here.
I'm just saying,
I like
I'm just
that.
saying,
I like that.
watching him like
He getting a fastball right down the
if it's
dick.
coming,
I
he's
am
hitting.
too.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's a very good batter. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the times he'll swing at that first pitch.
well, I mean, it's probably like usually, let's say, like coming up to this upcoming season, like that's probably going to be the only fastball that I'm going to get.
Yeah.
And I like hitting fastballs. So,
Yeah.
like, got to take advantage of it. Like,
That's the approach. Every time to the plate, you're looking like every single time you step up to the plate, you're looking for a fastball first pitch, and you're looking to crush it.
Well, I mean, I'm not looking for a fastball, but like my timing is gonna be on fastball, and then I adjust to whatever pitch is coming. So, yeah.
What was the? I want to kind of stay on the high school to college and the difference, and also just like showing up here. There's a lot of great baseball players around you. How do you kind of stay locked in on your own game and have the confidence freshman year? You know, you're put in a different situation. Were you a starter in high school and then you now have to be more of a closer, you know, 1 inning instead of 5 innings? How do you make those adjustments? How do you stay confident in the moment?
Yeah, I'd say like a lot of it is dependent on the coaches and like them kind of preparing you in the fall, because obviously we practice all fall, all spring, or all, you know, winter over breaks and stuff, and they prepare you well for that. And it's obviously a completely different game from high school to college, and that's kind of what they're trying to get across your mind, is just like it's way different. It's not as easy as it looks. Baseball's a tough game. It's literally a game of failure. I mean, if you, as a hitter, if you get a hit 3 out of 10 times, you're in the Hall of Fame. I mean, that's a crazy stat. I mean, so it's like it's a tough transition, but it's really about the mental game and just kind of getting better every day. Just taking it one day at a time and not trying to do too much at once, I guess.
Did like in this for you too, like you have so much success freshman year at the plate, were you just so dominant in high school and it just all translated to freshman year and it just clicked right away?
It wasn't. I wouldn't say I was too dominant like in high school. Like I remember like I won freshman of the year or like player of the year in my league freshman year. But like going through, I was known as one of the top hitters in the league, and everyone's just like, look out for this guy. And then coming in, like just being ranked, like it's cool to see like all the rankings, but rankings don't really matter until it really happens in game. You know, so I didn't really like rely on all that. But like Mercer and them just like put us through like all the individuals, all the team practices, like facing like Foley and all these other pitchers day in and day out, like getting pitched. Like they just pitch differently, and like just all the adjustments. It's pretty tough at first, but once you get a little grasp of it, it's just like playing a game you've loved your whole life.
What's your like welcome to Indiana baseball, welcome to college baseball moment? It could be a bad, it could be a good moment. It could be you hitting a home run and feeling the crowd and feeling the Indiana people.
You tripped at Northwestern.
Dude, that's not a.
Or it could be showing up to the locker room with Taco Bell and getting canceled, and you can't go to your first trip.
When someone says, welcome to your NBA moment, they go, well, I hit a 3 and everyone cheered.
I mean, maybe he hit a 3-1 walk-off shot. I don't know.
Head or something, you know,
bro, this was like in the middle of the season.
Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd bring that up.
Story. So it's whatever, man. I mean, so second game, we were at Northwestern Saturday game. We were down 2-0 in like the 8th inning. Like, I'm just going to go through the roller coaster of emotions I had.
Yeah, it's great. I mean,
so it's like 2-0 in the 8th. I'm up. I hit a double backside to make it 2-1, and then Brock after me ties the game 2-2. Cool. We go to the extra innings in the 10th. I walk, so I'm on first. And Brock after me hits a double down the third base line. So I'm running around second. Cool. And, like, mind you, the infield and outfield turf at Northwestern is 2 different things. It's like...
Quit making excuses.
No, stop, bro, stop. Come on, man.
He said, remind you.
It's like a football field in the outfield compared to, like, running on this with, like, just turf on top.
Yeah.
In the infield. So I'm going around second, cool. I go around third, and it's, like, soft. Like, the infield's soft. So I, like, step in it, and my foot, like, gave out. I tripped.
He's the winning run.
I tried, yeah, like.
Also,
no,
keep that in mind.
Run.
I mean, you're the go ahead in the extra innings, so basically,
ahead.
like, yeah,
like,
you
I
are.
Tripped, and I couldn't get up either. Like, I was struggling. And
It's like when you're in your dream and you're trying to run away from the bad guy and you're like way too slow. You're like, why am I all of a sudden slow, bro?
That's exactly what happened. And then I get thrown out of this plate, man. I shed a little tear.
Yeah,
and then like 2 innings later, I hit a double. We won the game, cool.
Yeah.
So it's like it's funny to laugh at now, but in that moment, man, I was pressed.
Oh, I remember him walking back to the dugout. I mean, it was just like tears. It wasn't real tears, but you could just tell he was like,
yeah,
Damn.
They were coming.
And like after we won the game, our coach is like we still laugh at it to this day. Like it's hilarious.
It's
just
like
so
it's
funny.
a big
just like
lesson.
it's just like a Taco Bell story. It's just like we'll remember it.
There was one game last year that I went to, and we were down. I want to say we were down by 3 in the 9th, and you hit a homer to send 2 people in, and we went into overtime and ended up winning in overtime.
Yeah.
But that was crazy for me to be there to watch. I was like, damn, because it was your second home run that game.
Yeah, that was Morehead State.
Yeah,
Oh, Morehead State. Yeah.
but it was like we were down by 3. He goes up, smacks one over, sends the two that were in and himself, and we go into overtime. I was like, I just watched this happen.
My first 2 home runs in college, man.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
But it happened a lot. Do you know how many games you had more than one?
3.
3? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're the first time you ever hit a home run, you hit another home run in the same game.
Yeah.
Damn.
First college.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Are there
I know
like
what you mean.
are there like pitchers that you'll approach or like you'll play against where you're like, oh yeah, this is like the guy that's gonna like give me a home run, or is it more like unpredictable? You know, are there guys who are like you have their number?
It's a great question, Trey, bro.
That's a good question, but I hate answering
Don't
because
say people's names.
no, I
just
know,
like-
no, I'm not gonna say no names, but I know. Yeah.
Every time it's going over the fence.
That motherfucker
I
Connor
know.
Foley. I am taking
I know,
that
I
bitch
know
to
what
the
you mean.
rock.
But
Yeah, I mean,
I hate answering it because baseball always comes back to like haunt you in some way.
to what?
But
Yeah.
it's like,
to haunt you.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
like the game knows.
Like our pitching coach says the game knows like twice a day. Because like if the second you're not like humble and
Yeah,
not
I
respecting
understand,
the
yeah.
game,
I guess
it's
I
gonna
understand
come
your
for
answer.
you.
Then I have a lead up question. So like, I don't want to make you answer a question you can't answer, but like in soccer at
Shoot
least,
away.
like in a PK, you know, like if you're a keeper, you're never thinking when the guy's kicking it, I got this guy's number. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get the ball. It's always a toss up in a sense, like statistically.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like I would say like midweek games, like we'll play teams that aren't as highly rated as the teams we play on the weekends. So we start out going to Coastal Carolina. We'll play Duke, Coastal Carolina, George Mason. 3 teams that made the regional last year.
That's tough.
And then like say we'll play
like Miami, Ohio.
yeah, in a midweek, and they didn't
It's just a speed difference, or
it's not like it's a little bit of a
just-
speed difference.
I think
but-
for speaking for Devin, it's just like there's just a talent gap in there between like Miami and like Duke. Like there's
Yeah.
just 2 different. I mean, one's Power 5, one's mid major. Not shooting any shots there. It's just like there's just a gap.
Yeah.
in
hey,
talent.
but baseball knows like
But
anybody can win on any
Exactly.
given.
Oh,
Yeah,
day.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying
that's
about
the
the
thing.
the talent difference is actually an interesting conversation, not only between like a Power 5 and one of these mid majors, but also like the D1 to D2 to D3 levels. Don't you think there are D3 teams out there that can compete with a top 5, a
Yes.
Power 5
Like, there's-
conference,
like,
right?
There's even
Absolutely.
JUCO teams that could.
Oh,
compete
yeah.
with
That and
D1
that
teams.
is that speaks to what baseball is, right?
Exactly. I feel like in
Yeah.
any other sport, like you take Michigan in a JUCO, like it's never going to be a chance in football or basketball or anything. But in baseball, like
You need the
you know,
ace. You need
one
one
pitcher,
ace.
yeah,
Yeah.
one
Just
pitcher could
one.
have one good game. Like our offense could have a bad game. Like we could make error. It's just the ball will roll different ways, and it's literally the only sport that kind of plays like that.
soccer's kind of like that because it's
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a low scoring
Yeah,
game.
that's true.
You can strategically you can score a goal on a team that's technically better than you, and then what we call park the bus, where you just bring everybody back and
Yeah.
don't
You
let
just
them
play-
score, and then you win
yeah,
1-0
yeah.
type.
There's
shit. But there aren't many
definitely
games that are
strategies.
like that where, like you said, like baseball knows where like you can really like have such a variable outcome
Mhm.
given, I don't know, like just how statistics work, I guess, and the way that the game works. It's like in football, is like this guy's faster than this guy. You
Yeah,
know,
like,
he's running
the bigger,
past him,
the
he's getting the ball, and
stronger.
he's gonna score.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
I say it all the time, dude. Baseball, easily one of the hardest sports to play. Like to consistently be, like you said, 3. I'm looking at everybody. 3 out of
Yeah.
10, and you're hitting the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
If
Like,
you're
dude,
a
ask
career
it-
300 hitter, like
yeah.
you're Hall of Fame. Like
Bro, why do in basketball, right? The halftime show, they have some random fat guy go on the court and shoot a half court shot, and he makes it. He makes it. There's a decent chance that you could
That's
throw
'cause the
anyone to make a
game
free
knows.
throw. You can shoot.
game knows who needs the bread.
Any human being can step and catch a basketball, take it at the free throw line, and make a shot. And you have a decent chance. In baseball, that ain't the case. You stepping into the batter's box against a 90-mile-per-hour fastball, you ain't touching that. That's boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Clip that right there.
That's the truth.
No.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, like the skill it takes to actually like compete at a high level. Like it does seem like you gotta. Well, and it's also reflexes too, right? Like, reflexes like it's like the most important part of batting.
I think it's something crazy.
It's less than a second to like.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like 0.3 seconds to actually.
Probably less than that.
And it's less than that before you have to make a decision because like obviously your swing doesn't or has to start and meet. Like you have to start your swing like
before
like
the ball's there.
seconds.
And you got to read the pitch. He has like not him. Yeah. He don't got 5 pitches. Like some pitches have 5 pitches. Like 99 to like 77. Like
it's tough.
So let me ask both of you guys, since you're the baseball minds here, if you were to throw 10 pitches to all 3 of us, none of us are touching that ball, correct?
Like no.
Touching the ball?
Like no.
Touching the ball.
This is why I bring it up. Because this man right here, you know, when you talk about baseball, he has no knowledge, no ability. He's so athletic. He can kick a field goal. He can make a basketball shot. He can kick a soccer ball. You give him a stick, give him a bat, and he ain't touching that ball. You're getting exposed. You are not. You are whiffing.
Okay, so I'm not gonna swing and hit.
You're gonna want to bunt. Like
why not?
Because he's gonna throw it at your mouth.
I gotta hit the ball.
I know.
I can bunt.
Not bunting.
I know, but you gotta open your body to like bunt the ball, and you're looking at a 99-mile-per-hour, like say like come like real close to you.
I'll wear like a football mask or something.
Oh,
like that.
you'd be.
The question is, can you touch it?
I have no clue. I would try. I would love to go out there and do a video with you guys and give it a shot.
I don't think you could touch it.
If you're bunting, you might have a chance to like foul it off or something. But if you're swinging up there, and then you haven't like you guys didn't play.
I've never played baseball a day in my life ever.
Like I don't think
I could touch it. I could touch it. I played. I'm from Connecticut. You know?
Okay. Then I think you have the best chance of us all.
I'm from Connecticut.
Bro, I'll bring it up. It's not my fault. Every time, you got to relate it to Connecticut and playing golf, right? Someone asked us, the kicker, he asked us yesterday, he goes, yo, you guys ever play golf? Before I could open my mouth and say, yeah, I play golf, Trey steps in here, he's like, yeah, bro has a Vineyard Vines t-shirt in his back pocket and he's fucking playing golf every day of the summer. Of course he plays golf.
Tom Brady. He was talking about, yesterday he was talking about how he was going to name his son Tom Brady.
Not just Tom.
Yeah, Tom Brady, coach.
You got to commit fully to it.
You got the first.
Yeah, that's how much
you get the middle name. Like, why do they give you the middle name to cook a little bit, bro? Put them both in.
TV Cody.
Yeah.
Or what about Jason Tatum Cody? I like that.
That's stretching it. This is next level glazing. He just wants the interview at this point. You know what I mean? Like.
All right. So why'd you guys come to Indiana?
What?
Trying to switch the topic.
Get it off of me, please.
No, maybe I don't know. I don't think he could hit it. I think I'm a way better athlete than Jack. Sorry, Jack.
I think I could make contact with the ball if you gave me 10 fastballs. Whether it's knowing you're going to give me 10 fastballs, that makes the question impossible. If you're going to just try and strike Trey out, he has no chance.
No, yeah. If I'm throwing
some money on
a slider,
I would put my everything, bro. My life.
Put 10 on
life.
it.
I'll jump off
Put
a
10
bridge.
on it.
If you touch the ball.
Then I won't hit the ball?
Yeah, to touch the ball. You ain't touching that shit.
Like, touching the ball. I could obviously
you're
touch
not,
the
bro.
ball.
This is a deeper question than you even understand.
Are we touching or are we putting it in play?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, putting it in play? Fuck no. Absolutely not.
Okay, but you think you could foul
touching it? You not touching it.
I can hit the ball.
This ain't about play,
I can
not
touch the
play.
ball.
You're not touching it.
Yeah.
I need to see
Is it that fucking hard? Wait, am I crazy?
Okay. The bat.
I've got a video.
The box is this big. I'm receiving a pitch. I'm bunting.
That shit is coming at you 95
The point is you
down
can't
the dick.
bunt. The whole point is you're swinging the bat. You can't.
Okay,
You're not
motherfuckers
touching
are
that
talking about
shit.
you can't touch the ball. Like obviously, I think I can touch the fucking ball. Excuse my language. We're looking for sponsors right now.
I don't think you can touch the ball.
Please hit us up. This is a kid-friendly show.
It's a fascinating
In conclusion,
conversation.
Jack, shut up. In conclusion, I would like to try. So maybe we go to the mound.
Let's make
and
it
shit,
happen.
And I could get the baseball.
You will not like the.
Shut up.
seeing a ball come at
How
you
about
the
you
way,
pitch to me?
I'll fuck you up.
Okay, whatever.
I'm 82 down the dick.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that'd be fun. I'll do any of it.
Oh, it's good, bro.
I hit off the machine at 75.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could do the machine, yeah.
I'm not a good sport. I'm not saying I'd be great.
I was
I
was
struggle.
cranking fastballs into play off 75.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's different.
Yeah.
But good shit. That's
I'm not athletic whatsoever. Like, I'm not good. I've never swung a bat in my life until I went in there with shit.
Yeah.
Then I swung a bat and he said, "Oh my God. Let me show you something." He said, "Hold it like this, swing it like this."
being Coach Shep.
He kept trying to teach me how to lift my
said,
leg.
"Oh
I was
my
like, "Let me
God."
swing."
He
Yeah.
started like Conor McGregor.
Bro, yeah, he said, "You look like you're just,
Yeah, you a muscle neck
I was just
ass
tense."
motherfucker.
He was like, "Relax."
Yeah.
You ain't got to hold it so tight.
I know you was probably gripping that shit. Wii Sports, baseball looking ass.
No,
motherfucker.
listen, I'll show you guys videos. I was cranking that shit.
Wii Sports is a splitter. What's
I
a
think the
splitter?
furthest.
Is that what?
Listen,
that
it
what
was kind of
changed
fucked
up?
up because
It's
I
just
put
like,
it on like a 10U
knuckleball?
field,
But it dropped.
and I couldn't hit a home run to save my life.
How hard is a knuckleball throw? Is that something that's in a rotation
It's
during
very,
the game?
it's very, very, very rare.
Like,
for
we don't have
someone to
anybody.
throw-
Like, did we face anybody that had a knuckleball last year? Like,
no.
the only person I know that has a knuckleball is, R.A. Dickey.
Yeah.
That guy on the, I don't remember.
Retired baseball player.
But, like, the common
Yeah,
thing is
super cool.
kind of the same thing as a splitter. It's like,
That's in Wii,
it's a
that's in Wii
knuckle or
Sports,
two.
Right? That's in Wii
Yeah,
Sports.
yeah, that's in Wii Sports.
I fuck with
Oh,
Wii
yeah.
Sports.
Wii
Yeah,
Sports is he?
yeah.
I
That's
still
a swing and a
play.
miss
You
every
do?
time.
Yeah, I got it at my crib.
At the
yeah.
crib?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, bro.
Trey said, "Can I
That
slap
and
it?"
Just Dance.
And Just Dance. I'm not a
They
big
play in
Just
Just
Dance guy.
Dance.
You do
got
not
that
play
too.
Just
I can't
Dance.
get crazy on
Yeah,
Just
we're
Dance,
exposing
you know?
I
him.
got the Michael Jackson experience.
Ooh, the
good
movie
one.
or like the game?
No. It's like
Oh,
Just
like the
Dance,
Just Dance
You
with
can
Michael
dance?
Jackson?
but it's only Michael Jackson.
I could do the
songs.
damn
Well, he
Thriller.
can try.
Yeah,
I could do Thriller.
They got that on there.
I see that he's ignoring me.
I know, he's
What,
right.
me?
Yes, you.
What? How about?
We're
You
talking
got
about
Just
grown man
Dance
shit
at
over
the
here,
crib?
bro.
Yes.
You can dance.
I could dance, bro. What you mean? I could dance. I could dance.
What are you trying to
I
say?
hey, well, I was just asking.
I could.
Are you a big Michael Jackson fan?
Yeah.
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 Classics.
Definitely. Yeah.
Classics. I had a very close family friend. We actually played soccer together, and he loved, shout out Kerry Martin, he loved Michael Jackson so much. I'd never seen a Thriller music video as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I remember going over, the whole family was watching the Thriller music video. And I was like, yo, this
No,
is crazy. It's, it's like considered to be one of the greatest like music videos of all time, like way ahead of its time, like
Yeah.
revolutionary. And I just remember watching that at Kerry Martin's crib. That's my boy. Shout out Kerry. I totally destroyed that segment. I'm sorry.
You're good at that.
Yeah.
I'm not. You asshole.
It's always, it makes for good shit. I love your intensity, but you cannot swell up on me like that.
Why not?
Hey,
What are you gonna do about it?
comment in the bottom and tell him to get a little bigger before he tries me. Hey, somebody on the wrestling team, slide in. Let's get in the wrestling room. I'll put Trey on his head.
What do you mean? I want to wrestle somebody on the wrestling team.
Oh, no.
No.
Nope.
I'll be like this. Stop.
Yeah, I'd give him 3 seconds. I had like 3 seconds. Like I
No,
mean, these
I don't-
guys are good. These
He's
guys are
strong.
Good.
He's strong.
No.
He has a good foundation.
It's not even about the strength. It's about the moves.
Yeah, he.
Hey, wide.
I wrestled in third grade.
What?
They wouldn't be able to.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You gotta
Okay.
shoot.
Hey, when they just, you know, when they're on bottom, he's got.
Okay, 10 seconds.
I'll grab him with my rib cage, like backwards, like. You know what I mean? Like flip it around. What I'm saying is, I want to wrestle someone on the wrestling team for the content, just like I want to try to hit a pitch. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it because I'm thinking I'm going to be able to compete. I'm doing it because it's a good time. I'm a competitive dude who likes to try my best and see what I can do. 'Cause that's the only way you get better.
Good shit.
Yeah.
The truth.
You're wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a line on the internet today, and maybe this is completely wrong because there's a lot of things on the line. There's a lot of things online that might not be true. But it said you're a potential top 10 draft pick in the 2025 MLB draft.
Yep.
So when you hear a statement like that, first of all, how does it make you feel? And then when you did start to hear those rumors, because we talked about it earlier, you kind of hear some of those things and it makes you feel a certain type of way. That's got to make you feel pretty good.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
yeah,
Yeah, before you say anything, I want to add to what you said.
of course.
Before the season even started, there was a poll that went out, and somebody had projected you like top 5. I think it was like number 3 in the 2025. And that was like before season even started. Do you remember that?
I don't remember top 3.
It was. I remember it was like a top 200 list.
Yeah.
And you were in the top, like you were like,
oh yeah,
1,
yeah,
2,
yeah.
or like you were like number 3 on that list.
Yeah, it was like prospects of my
for 2025,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But and then after the season, you were still posted in the top 10 of that, right?
Yeah.
So I just thought that was crazy. He's like, damn, Kane really knows some shit.
Yeah. I did my research too.
Nah, I mean, it feels pretty good to like look at all that stuff, like getting all the buzz and everything. But like I said before, man, it's not real until it happens. So I still gotta go out and play every day,
100%.
do my thing, play the love of the game that I love.
Do you think hearing things like that can like impede some people's progress or be a detriment to some people?
Yeah, they like. I feel like some people just take it to heart and they're like, "Oh, bet
I'm
on
the
top
shit.
of the world." Like,
Yeah.
this is me. Like, and then like bring it around other people, like letting them like be known that like they're one of these things. What are y'all doing, man?
Crazy.
I know.
What
Do you
is,
do you
like,
think
Just be
that?
fighting over.
What do you think separates you or gives you that humbleness to just understand? You know, there are people that's better. I am constantly working to get better. That these accolades are only accolades, and I still got to prove stuff.
Just the end goal, man. I mean, the end goal is to be a Hall of Famer, or MLB Hall of Famer. So like,
That's tough.
yeah, I mean, I'm nowhere close to that, so it's still grind time.
When did that become like
That was my dream. That was my
tangible
dream, too.
goal for you? Something that realistically you could touch in your mind.
Yeah, I want to say eighth grade. I don't know what age that is.
Well, you
but
guys get
13.
recruited
12.
relatively young, right?
yeah,
Like you get talked to by coaches in colleges and stuff, like right around that like 13, 14, 15 age.
We did not. It's not a thing no more. They can't talk to each other to like.
Yeah, they put like some
Junior
rule.
year.
Thank goodness. That's dang near a good thing though.
No, it's great because I went like there's this event called the Junior Future Games, and in 8th grade, like you grab all the best players in like your state and you go as a team and play at Grand Park, and like you're playing like state versus state.
Yeah.
And I remember one day they brought us to the future games, like the bigger fields where the older guys like freshmen through like juniors play. And we all got one round each, and there's scouts lined up like watching all of us take this round of 6. And I remember vividly, I don't know if you've seen, but there's a article that says like Mercer was right there talking to our PBR Ohio scout guy, and I remember just seeing that vividly. So that's like, so Mercer was like one of the first to come on the scene, and that was a vivid memory.
Yeah.
So
Kinda
that's where
stuck
it all
with you.
started.
Are those tournaments, and you mentioned PBR, like there's Perfect Game, all sorts of places like that. Is that where you're getting your biggest exposure early on at the high school and even middle school level?
Yes. I want to say I was more like younger. I was PBR because I didn't know about Perfect Game and everything.
Talking about PBR like the beer?
No.
Stay out of the conversation.
No. It's
Prep
called
baseball report.
Yeah, prep.
It's like AU. It's like travel ball.
For anyone that doesn't know, it's not Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yeah,
My high school coach
There you
actually
go.
hated that. Okay, I'm getting off topic.
Yeah, because he drank PBR probably.
No, like
Oh.
he was just such an old school guy, and like he would, you know, he hated like all the showcase stuff and the travel ball like
Well, that's all
stuff and
it's
how
about
people
now, right?
act in it. And he
How
was
did
just,
you
like,
guys view
the
about it?
PBR report? Like he would just.
Well, that's the
fun of it
thing.
like that. Like,
P-
it's a beer.
PBR is a beer, professional bull riding. I mean, there's a few
bull
things
riding,
that
yeah.
PBR is. You know what I mean? So
think about that.
unless you're in the baseball world, you could be pretty confused.
I just
you're
want
right.
to talk
Well,
about
damn,
them.
I didn't know y'all rode bulls.
I want to know how this MLB Hall of Fame prospect has found himself in this early recruiting process, and we're over here talking about beers and PBR. What the hell is going on? But for you guys, like, how do you view something like PBR or like those travel programs and finding a way to get the exposure versus just playing for your town team and dominating, or playing just the high school ball? Like, there's the spring, the summer. Kids are leaving different programs all the time. There's all this bullshit, honestly, about it. How do you guys feel and stay locked in on your individual growth?
Bro, what are y'all doing, man?
Sorry.
I know we're like two different sides, like two different stories. Like me, I was never a big fan of showcases, but I was a big fan of going to the tournaments and playing.
Yep.
So I never really did like a perfect game showcase, but I would always go to the tournaments, and like that's where like all the rank, like that's where all the higher, like better, like the MLB scouts go.
Yeah.
And there's this tournament at the end of the fall called the Jupiter World Woodbat Classic, or WWBA.
Jupiter, Florida. That's where it's
Jupiter,
at.
Florida, yeah. Yeah. And
Baseball heaven right there.
it is, man, because all you see around is, like, golf carts full of scouts just driving around watching, like, I say 160 teams playing, like, day in, day out.
Holy crap.
Yeah, man. It's like the top of the top competition. It's a very fun experience. I remember.
Didn't Phillips win that? His team?
Yeah, his team won that.
One of our teammates' team back in high school won the Jupiter thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
So is it 160 like
There's
team
a lot
tournament?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like one win. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But go ahead.
Jeez.
I'm sorry to interrupt,
Yeah,
unless you
remember. But yeah, I'm not, like I said, like the exposure is there, but you still gotta come and play, and they'll reach out to you if they think you're a good player, and like they'll come like watch you in high school to like see if you're really like not. I don't want to.
Yeah, it wasn't like a fluke or something like
yeah,
that.
exactly. Like you're not just having a one tournament thing. Like you're battling against like kids that. Yeah, they want to compete with you, but like also the kids that aren't really taking baseball serious. Like you're dominating them.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're not stooping to their level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're just playing the same all the time.
Is that something that happens in baseball where you'll say like, "Oh, well, we were a better team, but we played at their level"? Is that something that like is a common?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can play down to teams just like in any other sport.
I was gonna say, I think that's a natural thing in all sports almost.
Yeah, and it like that's like bringing back to the question of like, the pitch, like what you said, the pitchers like that you're gonna dominate.
Yeah.
Those are those midweeks of like they're not as ranked. Like, oh, we could take a day off. No, this is baseball. Like, you gotta play every day.
Well, and it's also like when you do play those mid majors and stuff, like they're coming here like and it's a Super Bowl for them. You know what I'm saying? Like they're coming here to be a top program. You know what I'm saying? So they're coming with eating their Wheaties that morning.
Yeah,
they're trying to win and then go to Kilroy's type shit. They're just trying to get a table.
Yeah, man.
But for me, like personally, like going back to the PBR stuff and the showcases, like I wouldn't get into that stuff until like my junior year, like after my junior year, or actually junior fall, I guess, something like that. But it was a lot later than him. Like I only did one showcase and played 1 year of travel baseball, and that's where like Mercer saw me at like Kokomo and up north. And at one tournament, I was on the mound, not even close to the zone, like throwing balls, but I was throwing kind of hard, and I was big.
Yeah, you're a gigantic human being.
Yeah.
He's probably like, who the hell is that? He was like 2 miles away.
Not to mention this guy's like a legit 3-sport athlete in high school.
What'd you play in high school?
Yeah, I played football and basketball too.
Got recruited for IU.
Holy shit.
Football.
Yeah.
You got recruited for IU for football?
Yeah.
What would you have played? Tight end?
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
I played 3 sports in high school too. I played ping pong, soccer, and rugby.
There's another kid that ended up coming to play football, but he got recruited for both baseball and
Here?
Yeah.
Is it Mitchell Evans?
No, Sam West.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know him. Yeah.
He's a good, super awesome kid. Shout out Sam. You guys will meet him one day. But he comes in here and whoops my ass in ping pong. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that, do we?
Kane is bad. Kane is really bad.
We're not going to allow Trey to have the mic right now because what I want to say is Sam was throwing like 90s at like 14, 15 years old when he first started getting recruited. And then he had a shoulder injury and was like, fuck throwing the ball. I'm just going to go play football. So.
All right. I want to ask, like, what is there a piece of advice you could give to like a 15 to a 16, 17-year-old that's, you know, trying to get the exposure to then go play college baseball?
Like, I think it definitely is necessary to go to these like showcases and like tournaments because that is where the scouts, like the college coaches and that's where they are. They're at these tournaments and wouldn't you say, Dev? Like, I mean, there's if you're good, people are gonna find you.
Like as a pitcher, throughout your entire process, you're on a 3-year stretch or whatever it may be, and are you essentially just trying to like hit numbers? Are you trying to like climb up the ladder as a pitcher?
Yeah, PRs.
And then you get a video and you send that out to a coach, and then that's how you get recruited.
It's a lot through social media. Definitely a lot through social media now these days too. But I mean, it's all about like just projectability. Like if you're big, if you throw hard, if you hit the ball hard, and if you do those things, you'll find a spot. That's why there's a lot of guys out there like that are like considered like showcase guys, Devin, like guys that really aren't that good, but that just really hit the ball hard in BP or throw it really hard across the diamond, but aren't necessarily good baseball players. So
they show up like, looking good. They got the high socks and everything.
Yeah.
Like potential guys, like guys.
Yeah, just guys that are just big-bodied, strong, but like not really gifted at the sport.
It's like someone like me.
No.
Yeah. No.
I could do that.
Guy.
You're
I feel like
you're
baseball
not
players.
a showcase guy. You don't play baseball.
I feel like baseball guys though have a lot of, or from what I understand, with my very limited, knowledge, they are like more likely to be multi-sport athletes because of the necessity for reflex, at least in batting.
Yeah, it's like I've heard it a lot all through like middle school, high school. Like baseball players could be better at like basketball than like if you put a baseball player in another sport, they're more likely to succeed than if you put like, I don't know, a football player in baseball. Like I feel like we're more well-rounded, and that's not always the case, obviously. But just there's just different abilities used in baseball than there is in a lot of other sports. I mean, there's obviously
you still train the same as an athlete. I know what I'm saying is like like playing baseball. Me swinging a bat is totally different than me trying to run into somebody and tackle them. You know what I'm saying? So just the dynamic of trying to swing a bat, I don't think that I could put a middle linebacker out there, some big bulky ass motherfucker, and tell him to go smack me a 75-mile-an-hour ball, let alone 90. But I think that I could put Dev or Connor out on the field and say, hey, go run into that motherfucker as hard as you can.
Hell yeah.
I have a quick question. So when do you start seeing something along the lines of a designated hitter? Because from the outside in, I've seen people in the MLB that are like fat Puerto Rican dudes who are like who are like getting paid millions and millions and millions of dollars just hitting. When do you see that in a collegiate level, or is that something that's strictly MLB professional level?
I mean, it's a lot of like factors. Like, say there's some teams that, like you said, like this is fat Puerto Rican. He's not gonna be able to move on defense, going side to side. He has no movement. But he can crush the ball in the box. Like, all he has to do is make it the first or run around the bases when he hits it over the fence. Like, it's not too – I don't want to say not too much skill, but they specialize in hitting, which helps a lot. Like,
do you think there's like an exploit in the game that allows that? Because that's not something you see very often in a team sport, is someone who kind of not necessarily – well, not
I mean,
half
a
the
coach
job,
doesn't want that.
Do you think that's like something that's exclusive to the way that the game of baseball works? Or do you think it's just like, what are your thoughts on that? Is that something it's good for the game? It is weird. It's natural. What do you think?
I want to say it's good. Just like giving more players the opportunity. Like I said before, like people, like not everybody's gifted at everything, and like defense is like a thing you got to focus on every day, and not everybody has the body types to. Or not just the body
I know what you mean.
Like some people have the yips where they can't throw.
What's the yips?
The yips is just
I never heard what the yips is.
I don't know anything about baseball.
Yeah,
the Y word.
Like you literally like can't like throw.
Like
you're just so mentally domed up that you can't even
like, bro, you got a 3-foot putt right here. You got a 3-foot putt.
Like
in
can't
golf,
throw like
in golf, and you have the yips.
I'm not talking about fucking golf.
But yips. What is the yips?
I know, but so is that on the mound, or is that is that on defense?
It could be on defense or on the mound.
But like you could field this ball
in
and
anything
you
in
see
life.
the target over there, and you're just gonna be like, oh, and just think about
like
it
a choke
so
artist,
much.
like a choke artist.
Like you just think about it so much that it's just nowhere near, and it's just it's just like,
and that's like a perma messed up condition.
Like, some people can come back from it, but it's definitely challenging.
Yeah.
Going from like not being able to hit a target, like like if I had a baseball right now, I could hit that target. If somebody with the yips was right here, they'd be like, they'd hit that wall over there just because they're like.
Is it like is it like it's not a body thing though? It's a mental thing.
You can't get that shit
so
back.
mental.
Yeah.
That sounds like a legend status type of conversation you'd have it in a locker room or something like that. Is that something that you've seen?
Yeah, we've seen
it. Yep.
Wow. That's hey.
But yeah, it's like we try not to speak of it.
Well, that's the thing. I think it could.
It's just like yeah, like you don't want to talk
Y'all
about
are trying to curse their game.
What's that? Hey, wasn't there a video just recently of somebody throwing the ball from like midfield? And it was like an MLB game or something, but it like smacked the fucking umpire in the head.
Oh, see that was just.
It was like way off from where the target was.
That's not
yips, bro. That's just fucking being
ass. That's not the yips. That's just like.
Oh shit.
That was just momentum,
like,
bro.
It was like, oops.
A tough play and a tough throw, and he missed
I was
it.
just like, oh, the yips. Like,
The yips is literally like you feel.
I know he was like getting ready to call. He's like.
I remember that video. I mean, he was like 20 feet away from the bag too. Just gets domed. Probably the last thing he would have thought was gonna happen to him.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. Yeah.
Yips is like permanently clumsy type of thing.
Essentially, it's just so mentally like.
Yeah.
You guys might have had a
so
game.
kind of going back to those showcase players, I heard this. We were talking about people faking receiving scholarships from places so that they could get scholarships from other places.
Wow.
Is that something that you guys have ever seen or know, like, of that being a thing in baseball?
There was this guy in Ohio that did it. I forget his name. I don't want to shout him
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I don't need to do that, but it's a real thing, but it's not a popular thing, of course. So
When the person came on and told us that before, it was for football, and I was like,
and it worked.
I was like,
It
what?
worked.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
but it might be easier to do it in baseball, bro.
no, I don't.
I don't think it is. I don't know.
That's what I don't think
Like
so because
early
there's
on as a
160
15-year-old?
guys
Yeah.
on a football team.
Oh, yeah,
You in
that's-
spring ball, you
yeah.
guys have 47 and cut it down, or you have how many? Do you?
We
it's
have
like
we have
that's
like
a good point.
so many in fall ball, and then you cut it down.
we
right?
do cut
Our
it down.
travel
a few.
roster is 23.
Is that what it is?
Am I?
20 or
No.
27?
It's like 20. Yeah, I know you guys cut like 15 to 20 people.
See, so like
Yeah.
our travel roster is smaller than our actual roster.
Yeah.
because we don't travel everybody, obviously. Yeah, exactly. But we have like probably I want to say like 45 guys. But like every year they'll cut not 20, but it'll be a few. It'll just be a couple like the like gray shirt them, I guess.
And they can always come back to fall ball.
Yeah. Like they kind of work out on their own, come back the following year if they've gotten better.
If they've gotten better, they can be on spring.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's the red shirts, and you know how all that
And
stuff
like,
works.
there's more like to like, not everybody that plays every day will travel. So say like, maybe some pitchers will stay behind and like pitch like during the midweeks. Yeah. They pitch during the midweek, so they're not going to be able to pitch during the weekend, so they won't travel.
Or the other way around, like
Yeah,
if
that's
say I throw on like Sunday, I'm not going to go to Vanderbilt on Tuesday.
Yeah, that I dig
Because
into
there's no
Glant's mind
chance.
a little bit when he comes. Like I just
Yeah.
trying to learn.
Yeah.
and he'll say that just like he's just got to focus on like A, where we're at in the season, B, how many pitches everybody has, and how to orchestrate it to where everybody can feel like they're being like loved. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't want anybody to feel like he's just not playing them. You know what I'm saying? So he tries to make sure that everybody gets in like where they fit in and where he feels like they're going to be best for like what the team needs to like do.
Yeah. It's all about roles and knowing your role.
And development, too,
Yeah,
right?
that too. Yeah, absolutely.
Development, that's me and you have kind of talked coming into this year. What type of development do you need to do in order to find yourself in more of a starting position than that closer position?
Yeah, so I mean, like last year,
Did it have off speed?
didn't throw another pitch than a fastball. Like no, I didn't. I like actually.
I mean, when
probably,
you're sitting 99,
yeah, it helps. It does, but it's like it's simply because I didn't like have one. Like it was bad. Like I didn't really throw it for a strike. It wasn't even good when I did throw it for a strike. So it's like,
Did you
I
have it in
literally
high school?
I did, but it pretty much scratched it. Like because when I was in big games, like they just went to my best pitch. It was just
Yeah.
a fastball.
Easy,
And when you have a collegiate level pitch against a high school level
ain't touching
skill,
that.
but it's like TJD. He's not shooting threes. He's taking it to the rack.
He can, but he does. It's not
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
high
exactly.
percentage shot.
TJD's not shooting the shot.
I'm
I
taking
literally-
TJD to hit a 3-pointer. My life is on the line, and he gets one shot at it from the corner. You know, the lights might be at the brightest, and I'm taking TJD to make that 3.
I want Iguodala. That's what you sound like.
I want TJD.
But
So,
no, like
so you're
I was
working on getting the versatile.
yeah,
kind of-
like last year I probably could count the amount of off speed I threw on my one hand. Like that's how many pitches of off speed I threw. And
Crazy,
in
yeah.
29 innings, and 29 innings times 3 outs is like what, 87.
That's
So
a
it's
lot.
like that's 87 outs. Like and mind you, like we were talking about earlier, like everybody knew the scouting report on me. It was
Yes,
like
if you're a hitter,
it's coming, and they still failed. So like, I mean, they didn't fail all the time, I guess. But
Sure, it was still working at a certain
it was
level.
working. Yeah, I mean, ERA was like below a 4, like it was like 3 something, and my strikeouts were fine, whatever. But it was just like they all knew it was coming, like,
I know
and
what
they
you mean.
still like didn't have like a lot of success against it. Like,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it type shit.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
if you want to progress to the next bigger level, then you have to start, right? That's
yeah,
kind of the that's kind of
exactly.
the thing.
And that's kind of like going to the development. Like I added those, like a slider and a changeup this year or this fall. And that's kind of how I get into a starting role, is just by having 3 pitches for a strike and any count, things like that.
Devin, how would you approach, like, if you were facing someone like him?
I mean, he's just like, I haven't seen a fastball like his, because like last year, like we all knew his fastball was coming every pitch, and like it's just one of those fastballs where like you might hit it, you might not. Like it's just one of those ride fastballs that sneaks up on you, and it's already 99 sometimes, but like 96, 97, and like you see it, and you're still gonna swing at it, and you're still late, even though you're sitting on it.
Yeah.
And like now that he has like 3 pitches, it's just like 20 times harder. But I haven't
20 times easier for me.
Yeah,
Because I'm the one,
exactly.
and it's still hard. Don't get me
So
wrong. But it's
for
like,
yourself, what type of what have you been working on throughout the off season to just better yourself? You know, whether it be defensively or offensively, trying to hit the ball better.
On campus, like we'll have like we have this machine called the eye pitch, which like simulates like real pitchers. Like before games, say like we're facing Foley, we'll put Foley in the machine, and like it'll give us real sequence and everything. And like in these like types of situations, it's like knowing what pitches to swing at, because I know like I'm one of the people that's gonna get circled coming into the season. Like they're gonna not want this player to beat us. And
Yeah.
we have like 5 players that can do that.
I watched you get walked a couple times last year.
Yeah.
Where pitchers were just like, on to the next one.
Yeah, like after that home run.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is that, do you like when you get walked, or is that like
Yeah, keep
it's a
that
good
same
feeling,
energy.
but like I love hitting the baseball, but you got to take your walk when you get it,
Yeah.
So can't be upset about
That's
it.
fair.
Sorry, go for it.
So that machine, what's it called again? An eye.
Yeah,
iPads?
get Trey on that. I want to get Trey on that.
Oh, man.
then you'd know.
I was asking you the question, Jack. I didn't ask you the question.
I mean, we all.
I'm allowed to step in and say that you should hop on the fucking mechanical machine because it's going to give you 8 fastballs down the dick at 94, and you know what you're getting.
All right, you done?
I mean, bro. I mean, I still struggle to hit with that machine. It's called the eye pitch. Though.
Eye pitch.
It's like,
Is it like AI?
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
It is. It's like AI,
set
right?
up-
It's like
it's an iPad like set up. Like we'll put say 90-mile-per-hour righty, and then he'll have like as many pitches, and then we get to choose which pitches like we.
got
And
you.
it can also like randomly sequence it, right?
Yeah.
Like a real, like kind of make it like a real at bat.
Yeah, so
that you don't know what's
Could
coming.
you put like fictional characters on it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
yeah, like
I was setting up a joke. I'm
you
sorry.
could go to like
like Shrek
You
or like
could put,
Captain
like-
Falcon or something.
you could put like 150 miles an hour on that.
Oh,
thing,
okay,
probably.
yeah, so-
like you could do whatever you want with it.
That's just gonna break your bat though.
Sorry, I was just making a
That's
joke
not
about.
exactly
I was making a joke
necessary.
about
That's
putting
gonna
like
blow up your
the
head.
fictional character of your dreams on the iPad.
Yeah, bro. You can't.
No, what is cool is in the batting cages it's like a TV, and you can set yourself to play at whatever park you want to play at, however long you want the field to be or anything, and then it reads your pitches. So like when you pitch it and you hit it, it tells you how far it went. If you would have hit a home run on that field, where it would have hit in the field.
How hard you hit it, yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It's called like the hit track, right?
That thing
Hit
was
tracks.
it was lit.
I-
You could definitely do it. It's easy to do because when you're running it on the pitching machine, you can pitch it as slow as you want. You know what I'm saying? So you could definitely slow it down to a point that you could hit.
How fast do you think that would be?
Probably 66 miles an hour.
If you guys could face, and obviously we got a pitcher, we got a hitter, so if you could face one person in the history of baseball, alive or dead, you get one at bat, you get one moment with that, historic player in the game. Who are you facing? You get a batter, obviously you get to face a legendary pitcher.
I think it'd be cool to face Babe Ruth, just because, it's like a.
If he calls that shot on you, what do you do? What do you throw?
I would love to see him
Throw a
call
breaker
his
away.
shot on me and do it. Like, that'd be sweet.
Are you throwing him 99 just right down the
Oh,
middle?
I'm giving
on
it
that?
to him. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm challenging him. Definitely don't want to walk him.
You never hear no one say Barry Bonds though. No pitcher saying Barry
Barry
Bonds.
Why not?
Because they're taking
He's
you.
too good, man.
That
If
boy.
you give him a pitch in the right spot, he will not miss it.
Do you think that he got snubbed
Yes.
with the Hall of? I wasn't asking you, Jack. You think he got snubbed with the Hall of Fame and the steroids and all that jazz?
But like I understand why he did.
It's kind of like Pete Rose, right? Like 4,256 hits leader. He's got 4,256 hits. Like, and I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame because of.
Steroids or whatever.
It was a like gambling
Oh,
issue.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
you're
or
right.
I think he was wagering something on something, but he's
Yeah.
kept out of probably the best offensive, like one of the best top 5 offensive
Yeah, and they keep him out because
player of all time. Keeps him out.
So the MLB is kind of like it seems like a little bit more strict with that because like if you look at like basketball and it seems like I don't know, Michael Jordan is a notorious gambler and like had problems with gambling while in the league.
Yeah.
Everyone was doing everything.
I know, but,
is the
but like
point.
that's like the thing. Like no one's taking Michael Jordan's rings. Nobody's saying
But they
shit
took
about Michael.
Barry. They took Barry
That's what I
Bonds.
mean.
Yeah.
Like,
And I
why do you
still
think that
thought-
is the difference between MLB and NBA in that sense?
Is he betting on the NBA?
I,
Or was
I,
he just going to gamble?
I'm sure he was.
What were we talking
Michael
about?
Jordan.
Oh, Jordan
I'm
was
sure he
probably
was.
breaking every rule, but
Yeah,
it
he
was
was playing
because
like
it was
poker.
Michael
I'm sure
Jordan.
he was, but he was like a degenerate gambler. Like the idea that he wasn't betting on NBA games is crazy, bro. People in his life were getting injured badly because of gambling. There's no other explanation.
People in his life?
Yeah, his dad.
Yeah.
His dad got killed.
You think it was over sports betting?
Yes, I think it was about gambling. There's no other explanation.
Jordan's got to win tonight.
It's like, bro. It's like when people die. Coincidentally, they shoot themselves in the back of the head twice. And they're like, it was an apparent suicide. He shot himself in the back of the head twice.
How do you do that?
You don't. You get killed. Like there's no other explanation.
Like, how do you shoot once?
That's the thing.
death,
That's
and then
the,
do it again.
That's the
while
same
you're
thing. Is
dead?
like the only actual. This is just opinion.
know where I
This is just an opinion. Like the only logical answer for that death, which was like they said it was like a random street crime or something along those lines.
Yeah, it was in the fucking 70s, and the cops
I
were
was-
part of it.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
When's
Like
the last time you heard about some shit like that?
what people being
You watched the Ozarks, but when's the last time you
heard
some
about
shit
someone
like
getting Gary Webb
that? When was that?
or Seth Green. He worked for the DNC. He was remember the email leaks, the Hillary Clinton email leaks in 2016. He was the guy he was a Bernie supporter. You asked me the question. His name is Seth Green. You can look it up. He was shot in the back of the head.
This is Martin Luther King
no,
shit.
yeah, well, I mean, sure, but like he was shot in the back of the head
JFK.
in D.C. on the way to his house in an affluent neighborhood. They said he was robbed. He had his wallet, his watch.
Some Nikola Tesla shit. He died in his fucking hotel room. And all this
Yeah.
shit came up missing.
Yeah, well, the government seized his stuff. That's like known fact.
There's 50-something boxes of his that came up missing, and still to this day have never been found.
Sorry, we've
There's
gone
a
off
bunch of
track.
conspiracies.
We've gone off track.
No,
yeah,
it's
but like
just there
gambling,
is.
like why do you think the MLB has taken like a harder stance on Hall of Famers versus the NBA?
I just don't think I don't know if there's like definitive proof of like because I think like it's the same rule. Like
Yeah,
I think.
those guys were
I'm
just
not-
caught red-handed type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I think that's what it is. I'm not exactly extremely knowledgeable on that.
That's fair.
The NBA was willing to save Michael Jordan and keep him kind of as this beauty character at all costs, whereas the MLB in that moment, I think probably with the Barry Bonds stuff, was trying to make a statement because everyone else, David Ortiz was doing it. So they were trying to say, hey, listen, we're going to keep the greatest baseball player of all time out of the Hall of Fame. So the rest of y'all stop doing this bullshit and just play the game the right way.
Probably,
You're right. Yeah.
Bad take, Jack.
Just caused a lot of
good take.
Bad take.
causes a lot of controversy within the community of baseball. I mean, like in my opinion, I think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame.
I think Barry Bonds should
if
be.
we're talking about the Hall of Fame, it's literally the best players ever, right? So
Yeah.
you're keeping one out because of a little mistake you made. Like,
Still got to touch the ball. You still
Yeah.
got to make contact with it, whether,
yeah,
all right, I guess, yes, steroids and all that. But
I know, but I feel like Barry Bonds was still good before he even started.
he
using
wasn't.
all
It's not like
that.
baseball. Like steroids only made him hit the ball a little farther, like and harder.
He was already hitting home runs.
He was already. Yeah,
They just went
it's
from
like,
425 to 500.
yeah, I mean, you look at David Ortiz's statistics over his entire career. It's 25 home runs, 25, and then you see this big like 51, and then it goes back to 25, and then 25. So it just maybe there's one year where you take the supplement and it boosts you a little bit, but then you go back to ground zero and you're kind of chilling on that wave. And
Or
it
when
really,
he got back to ground zero, he got
But
to
he was
51.
still there.
When he got to 37 for that season, he said, "Shit, I got to slow down."
literally, bro.
He's-
He's like, damn, I'm
I gotta
giving this
chill.
away.
I'm getting too much attention on myself.
Hey, he
hitting all
hit
these home
50, and
runs.
they said, "Bro, you doubled the last 3 years."
Bro, isn't that something that'll happen? Isn't that something that'll happen in like the NBA and the NFL? Like a player will have a breakout game and they'll test him. And
Yes.
He
Yeah,
hit
that's a
70
real thing.
home runs in 1 year.
Yeah.
He went from 25 to 70.
Who?
What's his name?
Barry Bonds? David Ortiz?
Ortiz.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Barry Bonds.
I don't think Ortiz hit 70, but Bonds
I
hit
don't
Yeah,
think
it
it's
was Bonds, not
70?
Ortiz. Yeah.
I thought Aaron Judge just broke the so.
No, or
But
was
there's
that
a
Mark
record.
McGwire?
There's a home run record
not
by
Mark
Hank
McGwire?
Aaron, right? That it doesn't count. Like the season home run record
right.
for most home runs in a season was done by somebody with steroids, so they don't count it. So it's actually like the
That's
second
Mark
number.
McGwire, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of home run records and that fun stuff, your freshman year you hit what 16 home runs,
16, yep.
and the year before who was it that hit 19 home
Carter
runs?
Matheson,
So-
Jr.
Did you have that 19 in your head at all, or did it just happen to kind of line up where, like, what didn't you like not really start the season?
Oh
You
my-
got into
yeah.
it, right?
Wait, it was like-
you would have broke the record.
He didn't
By
play the first
15
like
home
what,
runs.
4 or 5 games.
Like 4 or 5, 4. Let's say 4.5 weeks.
Weeks.
So
Yeah,
do you
weeks.
hold
There
that
was
little
like
4.5
9 or
weeks
10
and say,
games.
man, like if you gave me those 4.5, I would have had you.
I
bro.
feel like I would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Who
gonna
did?
harp on it, but like I still had games where like
That's insane.
I didn't like see the ball well, and I'm like swinging out my shoes trying to like hit a home run. Where like other games, like I had the 2 home run games. Like
Yeah.
I remember before the
Yeah.
season started, one of the coaches was talking to me, and
shout out Z. We already know who it is.
yeah, was hyping him up. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't
Shout out
wait
Z.
till people see this dude out here. So then like some of the season goes by, and I start asking him. I'm like, we ain't seen that out there yet. And he's like, man, I'm trying. Just give it time. He's gonna be out there. So I'm like, all right. And then it was like the first game that you came in, right?
Yeah.
That was the Morehead State game where you hit 2.
No, that was
The first game you came in, you
first
hit a home
game-
run.
No, I didn't. I went 4 for 4.
You hit you hit it all
First
4
series
times.
he played in.
That was my first game batting 3-hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at first you were the DH
I was
when you were coming in.
I DH'd that game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's crazy to think that the Big Ten freshman of the year wasn't even playing the first 4 weeks.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
The first 4, yeah.
first month, like it's
That's nuts to think about.
crazy.
Have you ever done like a home run derby? Like, did they ever do anything like that? Like going through
I
high school or
did.
anything?
I did in the summer, and I got second place.
With the spring team you played with, or you went and played with.
Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
You went and played with a team.
In the summer, you're talking about?
Yeah.
It's called the King.
I
Swamp
got it,
Cats.
bro.
It's
Yeah.
like it's the league called the NECBL, or New England Collegiate Baseball League. It's like one of the top 3 leagues. What's that look?
Are you from New England?
No.
Okay, thank God.
No, not like it's like just like Connecticut.
It's just
Maine.
they send
like,
us
Connecticut?
off.
Bro, I'm telling you, we baseball.
They
I just
have
hate
great
Connecticut.
summer baseball.
Do they
leagues
really?
up
Bro,
there,
stop
yeah.
hating on
Why do
Connecticut.
you think that is out there?
Put some respect on my
Because
name.
they have nothing better to do.
Yeah, I mean, like where I was, literally, like the only attraction I had was bowling. Honestly,
Are you a good bowler?
Yeah, I'm a good bowler.
We could put some dollars on that.
I mean, we got to now. I mean,
No,
it
we
was
can't.
fun. It was like
No betting.
can't bet though.
Jack will be like, if you go bowling with these guys,
bet push-ups.
There we go.
push-up bets.
Why didn't you play in those first 4 weeks and all of a sudden you're in the 3-hole?
Just because he was a freshman,
freshman.
I think that they thought some of the other guys were going to be in a better position for him. But I don't want to speak for Devin, but I think that they just thought that he was young. They just wanted
And
to
that's
see
okay. You look
they
at
wanted
Jordan
to see
Love
other
with the
people.
Packers.
They wanted to see other people do their thing, and I don't know. I remember whenever you first. I don't know who was out there before, but I do remember whenever you were first out in the outfield, because I was like, damn, he's not a DH no more. You know what I'm saying? I was like, he's actually in this bitch doing some shit.
And it could light a fire under her ass a little too,
Yeah,
Like
well,
it might be a thing too. I don't know. That's just an idea,
No,
right?
you're right. I mean, like just sitting there, like watching. Like you can't harp on it too much because at the end of the day, it's not your decision. Like in college, coaches' jobs are to win games, and
100%.
they throw the lineup out every game that they think is going to win.
100%.
Or not think. Like,
But that kind of lit a fire on your ass. Like, oh yeah, next time I'm coming to practice, I'm messing stuff up. I'm going harder than ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like coming to practice every day, like throughout the season, playing or not playing. Like you want to, you're trying to show your coach that like you're ready to play, and like when you get that opportunity, like you're ready for that
take
opportunity.
it,
You're gonna love this. Tom Brady said he said when he first got he first got drafted by New England, he didn't get very many reps. He didn't get very much stuff,
Yeah,
but he
he's
used to
behind
always
Drew Bledsoe.
he used to always tell everybody, I promise, when you give me the chance and you put me on the field, you won't take me off the field.
One opportunity. That's all.
That's all I need.
You hear these stories all the time, and I feel like I hear it in baseball a lot. Is because of the system and how you got to go through, single A, double A, triple A. You don't know. I mean, in the NBA, you're a top 10 draft pick. You're going to be the starter on that team right away.
Yeah.
Whereas in the MLB, I got a friend who was picked 7th pitcher, and he hasn't seen the field in the major leagues, and he's been there for 2 years, and that's not a bad thing. It's just when you get your opportunity, you got to rise. I mean, this story, I'm hearing about it right now. It's unbelievable.
It's all about rising to the occasion. Like, I think a common rule of thumb for coaches, college, whatever, is like, or high school even, like, just you play the older guy first until, like, the guy that's
So it gives you a reason
more
not to.
experienced, until it gives you a reason not to. And
Yeah.
then you find somebody to take a spot, because there will always be that guy that will do it.
Hey,
And
this is
what he did, I think, is just
this is universal right here. What somebody won't do, someone else will.
Rick Ross said.
You're trying to sound scenic and everything's like.
Rick
tough.
Ross said, as a boss. Rick Ross said, as a boss, you got to be about your money in a major. Oh, you got to be about your money, because if you're not about your money, someone else will be about your money in a major way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Yeah. Boss.
Ricky Rouse.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's the same thing in athletics, right? Like if you're like, bro, and at this level, I feel like everyone here, on the team is naturally talented. It's a requirement that you're naturally talented, genetically, muscularly, just like having healthy limbs, this whole thing. There are no bums out there. So it really comes down to who's going to work the hardest, at a certain point. Who wants it the most?
There's one of my strength coaches that I had in high school. He had this saying that he would always say, and it would be like, there's 3 types of people in the world. There's just straight up jerks, dickheads that don't want to do shit. There's have-tos, and those are people that have to do it. They're only here for their mom or their dad, or they have to do it in order to make somebody else happy. They're not really exactly. But then there's want-tos, and there's people that just want to do better. They want to go after it. They want to achieve things. You know what I'm saying? I think that, like, in order to be, top level, any sport, any category of what you're doing, you have to want it more than anybody else around you. You know what I'm saying? Especially, like, in sports. You know what I'm saying? If somebody is going to take your position if you're not ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? So just being, ready at all times. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
oh yeah, very true.
Dropping dives today,
Very
my
true.
man.
Yeah,
Gosh.
definitely. No, especially in baseball, like anything can happen any day. Like, you can feel really good, go 4 for 4 one day, and then the next day you're like, you feel like crap, and you're going 0 for 4. Like hitting and pitching, like just baseball in general is just like a day-to-day game, and you just got to be mentally ready every game.
Is there somebody that instilled confidence in both of you guys, maybe at an early age, or maybe when you first got to Indiana, like a coach, a family member, someone like that?
Yeah, so like for me, our head coach has been a good, like, especially freshman year after this Taco Bell thing, after like, you know, sucking, because everybody has their like, you know,
Are you called Taco Bell in the locker room,
like basically, like,
why do you have a bunch of athletes with Taco Bell problems? Yeah, we got a Taco Bell issue. We might have to talk to Taco Bell a little bit. They seem like we causing a lot of problems around town. Bro.
No, but Merce was a good. He was a good
Facts.
influence in, you know, in the mental game, and so is Zach Weatherford. He's just a hype man.
They're health freaks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like your mind is a part of your body, and if you're not feeding your body the right shit, your mind's not gonna be right.
Exactly. Yeah.
You got it.
And you've seen them, like they're
Oh,
all,
dude, hell,
We got the most jacked coaching
I'm
staff
not
in the
gonna lie.
nation.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, man,
We
it's
got the
real.
most jacked
Z-
coaching staff in the
Z
nation.
comes in, and it's always like it looks like he gets a little bit bigger, and sit like them two together. The way that they hype each other up, you would think that they've known each other for years. Like. They talk about how they lift like around you guys or with you guys, and I'm like, I imagine it. They're still kids. Yeah. Simmons is not what it says on his license. He's still a college baseball player. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he may know a little bit more than your normal college baseball player, but his ass will still get out there and do somersaults and shit with you.
He ain't that flexible, man. He's a little bit immobile.
He's getting too big.
Yeah, I mean not too big. Yeah, they're getting.
But he's getting bulky. He's
like they'll come in and lift with us. They'll be like they, and then they'll just start overhead pressing.
Yeah,
like,
it's
they will
like
never do legs.
you need that type of
They're
influence.
those two. They're the two.
Yeah.
They're the two that's got the jacked upper body and like the toothpick legs. It's kind of hilarious. No, not so much Shim, but Z.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
I give him shit all the time though.
Chicken legs.
They do this thing called like Squatober.
Yeah.
And they probably get like a day into it. They're like,
You working out your upper body so that when you're at the pool, you can just have your shirt off at all times and just be swelled up, dog.
yeah.
And he has like one of them. He said it was like Smash Arm Fridays or something. It's like
They have
the weirdest names. You know what I'm saying? I'm
super
like,
weird terms.
where do
for
you
the
get these
workouts.
from? It's like
It's very creative.
Oh,
Yeah.
one was like all I want for Christmas. Like it was a Christmas one. He was like, all I want for Christmas is like big arms. or
Yeah,
big,
yeah.
big
Yeah.
leg.
I think it said like a big rack, but it was talking about like a big chest. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like all I want for Christmas is a big rack. You know what I'm saying? Like rack on your
Like
reindeers.
that's the name of the
whatever, but, like,
program.
yeah, and then it's just like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is what you do. This is what you eat. This is what you drink. This is how much you run.
Maybe I should do that.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get on that.
You need to get on something, cuz that body ain't working.
All right, so
Man loves hating, bro. Like, get off my dick.
to wrap this thing up, I kind of want to just talk about this season real quick. Any of you guys have personal goals instead of obviously doing a lot of great things as a team? Is there any individual stats goals you guys have in mind just for your sophomore season?
Yeah. Want me to go?
Yeah, you go ahead.
I mean, like, my goal is to win Player of the Year, of course. Like, of course, that's a preseason projection, but like I told you, it doesn't happen till it happens.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a goal. But like with our team, definitely making it all the way to Omaha, and I think we have the team to do it. Like regardless with some of our injuries we have, like we still have the depth of pitching and hitting. Like we could compete with any team, and I feel like if we get beat, we beat ourselves, just not coming ready that day. So,
Yeah, I'd say for me personally, like, obviously I want to be a starter, and that's not set in stone yet, but it's looking like that. And, you know, after that, I mean, I'd love to be like, you know, an all Big Ten like selection. That's throw like, you know, 70 innings, like start every game, every weekend, like throw in the big games, like, you know, just help the team win at the end of the day. So, and that's because that's what matters.
What's the school record for most home runs in a season? Do we know that? Is there a number out there that's floating around?
It's probably in the low 20s.
Yeah, it's some in the 20s. By freshman, it's 19 by Carter.
Yeah.
But we're not freshmen no more, so we can't beat that no more.
It's the big
But
leagues
Devin's
now.
got the 20 though. He's got it.
Yeah, it's some like I want to say 27. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Sam Travis or Kyle or one of them.
Yeah.
Get in the 20s. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a good goal.
I like
Good
that.
goal.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming on, guys. This was a lot of
thanks,
fun.
Thanks for having us.
Easily doable.
Easy.
Easily doable.
Locked in.
No, I'm so serious.
I'm so concerned. Listen, there's a couple things I'm concerned about in life. It's the Boston Celtics winning a championship. It's Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes in that GOAT debate, and it's you hitting anywhere from 20 to 27 home runs
There we
this
go.
season.
Literally.
You know what I'm talking about? Let's go.
Yo, this is
Yes,
fire.
sir.
We really appreciate you guys coming on.
No problem.
Awesome.
Man.
Thank you.
Season 2, we got a lot of shit coming. Y'all be ready.
Subscribe. Who's your Baba Talk? Peace.